of Sentinels are all rotating over towards that B site. Not a member even in the right half of the map.
This is a pistol round that plays out a lot less like a coin flip. Both teams reactively waiting on mid. Nothing happens, so the fake info on A is given away, and the space is taken. Very nicely handled the setup for a post-plant situation. Sentinels send in a dog and some util, though, and they're going to deny the plant altogether. But in the chaos, Texture's able to pick up one, and the nade buys them space. They can secure the site now, get a plant, and look to play after. Meteor's also snuck up behind TenZ. Didn't matter with Lakia shutting him down, and these other players now locked in towards the spawn. Up top is Zellsis alone, but there's still some fight left in Sentinels. They don't want to give this round up just yet.
Yeah, had to be a fallback from Gen.G, not wanting to overextend. Karon still, though, holding on to some control, and they've spotted out Zellsis. They know where both of these players are at this stage, and with the positions they currently hold, it's definitely not going to be easy for the side of Sentinels to get back into this one. Running out of time, need to try and isolate one of these jewels, and with the spot already coming in, the rest of the players line up like a firing squad, all left onto johnqt.
Playing this outlaw, I just don't expect to see it on the attack that often, but
just saving up for the next round. It does mean that you want to keep it clean. Meteor, the only player that can really go down without being too much of a detriment. And obviously getting that extra information is a decent start. Zekken finding one. That's the spike down for johnqt as well. This is starting to get worrying.
Well, Texture's down to 13 HP as well. You know, he's pretty much in an even fight regardless of who he takes on. That heal needed to come through. Luckily, there's been some time. As that clock runs down, the health goes back up for Texture, 100 HP. Lakia and Munchkin there to fight with him, but they have to walk into the open to take that spike into a big crossfire in play for Sentinels. Instead, they're going to take some space in heaven, get that little bit of extra space to play with, and here comes a snake bite. It's not gone fully into the corner. Still a nade to play with for Texture, flash for Lakia, but they're caught off guard, and Zellsis and TenZ! I don't imagine there's too much trouble. The close range engagement, though, catches Zellsis off, and TenZ too. Looks like I should have kept my mouth shut. We're all of a sudden in a 5 versus 3. Showstopper popped and fired at random. It doesn't land, but they've got a huge advantage to play with here. Sacy needs to hold strong.
He's in a good position, though. Already dropping a first, but the trade is instantaneous, keeping that huge advantage. What a chaotic start to this map already. The delay already put into position. Munchkin in a good spot, has a teammate alongside him, may not even need it. And from either side, both in the early stages have made mistakes. All right, TenZ, that's one hell of a start. They've still got 40 seconds left. 3 players still within the B site, but you still have TenZ with a paranoia available to him. Nothing really on Zellsis, though, so it is going to be onto him.
Oh, he's forced out of position. That paranoia, it's landed on the players further up, and one was blinded. Caught by the trap, another now inside, and well, he's gone. 2 kills with a classic for Zellsis. He's being wrapped on at least a chance to shut him down. One that they must realize. Meteor, there we go. It's a connection with 12 seconds left, and the spike
still sort of building up finances.
What is this?
The next one's not going to be, but if you've ever seen an advertisement for buying the SEM bundle, that is
what's going on. They're not taking the bullets.
Look at Meteor, though. He's just about to walk in. Sacy might be caught unaware. Got so far forward before anybody really realized. TenZ up above. Has support from Zellsis, but this will be an afterplant. This time, I don't think there's any denial. And Meteor hasn't stopped his push. He's still going forward.
It's a lot of space to take. A position you'd usually expect, but the big difference to this is Karon. He's also there with a paranoia in hand, and it's about to come through. There it is. The step was heard. But luckily, those players are able to round the corner just in time. Nade, not really going to force Meteor back, but he falls back anyways, concedes the space. They're going to commit utility to trying to clear that back out, at least in his mind, but the paranoia is kept in the back pocket, now burned up to go towards elbow. Here comes the blast pack from Zekken. He's towards the side, picking up Karon, and Zellsis had opened up the rest, leaving Meteor alone, doing so much damage. It looks like Munchkin was able to catch an angle, and with the snakebite landed, that's buying a little bit more time. TenZ has to run for the hills now. There's no time left.
Come out. As they take early space towards this A site. Pit already into mid, but straight over the top goes Meteor. He's looking to pressure.
Oh, I thought he might have had that for free, but the cage blocked off just enough to give him that little bit of space to work with. Still a player on B and one in mid. Gen.G have a lot of space. You don't expect to see a Sentinels crunch just yet. And look at how much they're keeping in their back pocket for the eventual fight. A paranoia is still to work with almost every piece of utility, the big ones online. One flash just popped by Sacy, but Meteor turns. The blades are used up. Look, they're not finished pushing. Lakia went charging forward, even though his teammate had fallen back a little disjointed from Gen.G, but Munchkin capitalizes on the chaos, picks up two, and keeps having control. That's a huge position for them to play with. And now Sentinels even send Sacy back to reclaim it, buying so much time as only johnqt's on the site, flanked out and distracted by Meteor. The clock is running down. Munchkin late flanks up through heaven, and the classic fight's awkward. The knife kill is in, but it's too little too. Now he's got a Viper's Pit, thanks to his hard work. Seekers as well, but they're not used. Instead, it's going to be dashed straight out in front of the Seekers. Meteor, though, he's caught. He can't quite see anything for a moment, but as the Cloudburst fades, he's able to find a target. Nice headshot, but the wall gets in the way. Sacy holding on to life, barely, and he'll eventually be shut down with the Viper's Pit in. This becomes a hard round to win, but a showstopper popped. It's going to be a gamble from zekken. He has to pick a spot, and he's found Karon, but landed with his back turned to Munchkin. A quick execution leaves johnqt alone. But with Meteor down, there's a chance. That's the hat popped off the head.
Up site, Sentinel and Viper. It's never easy to get past this util, but they're beginning to predict it, and now they have to try and clear the players.
A good trap by johnqt, a little closer, 12 seconds left, and there's still some harassment on the site. johnqt drops the spike, 8 seconds left, but players up in heaven surely not able to deny. No nade, nothing to clear them from position, and the fight's going towards Gen.G. Oh, zekken, full HP, but one hit to that outlaw. TenZ, one hit to damn near anything. zekken closes the distance, but a shot to the head from Texture pretty much seals the fate of this one, with TenZ having 2 players to drop.
And quelled for a second.
And look how quickly they've got a response. There's 4 players from Sentinels here. Make that 3. TenZ is down. Zellsis spotted. Wallbang. zekken falling. Sacy here and expected. They even expect the 4th player swinging. And that is about as bad of an attacking start as you could expect, in that they run into the entirety of the defense and they still win it. Not only win it flawlessly. That's how this game is going. Oh, no worries.
It's great, you can have 2.
Yeah, have them all, mate. Have the ult. He's got 1 at least, with Munchkin down and the others maybe a little too far away.
And he's not taking a lick of damage. Zellsis, though, the timing here could be everything. He's got it nigh on, perfect! Looks for a big play, and he's found one. 2 kills down, the first time they've really managed to catch them off guard. Texture falls, and just 2 remain. Meteor looking for a move. He's at least gonna get 1, a quick snap back. Make this one a little bit competitive, and the man they're up against has been insane.
Heal through for Zellsis. It's not going to be an easy fight on any front. He's choosing the harder of the 2. Just 1 player towards the spawn. Whoops. There we go. 1 player towards the spawn, but 2 up top. Make that 3 now as they come into position. No snake bites. That orb only going to block vision, maybe add some decay, give him an opportunity, though, to play up top with the shorty.
And they're going straight back to the bread and butter. The A take has been fantastic. TenZ has been able to delay them at least a little bit, and the Seekers are going to give things away. The nade from zekken is good as well. They've got off to a strong start.
Yeah, the util through from Sacy as well helps out. They're blinded and paranoid by TenZ, who's now making his appearance up top. Boombot through, it's found a player, and the bullets soon follow. Only 2 left standing for Gen.G. A healthy recovery for Sentinels towards the end of the half. It was looking a little bit shaky, but they found their footing now. And actually, I maybe even spotted both players there. I'm not sure if the dog got far enough through that wall to see Karon, but either way, they'll suspect it. Spike on the floor, and they'll attempt to take it. Problem is, Zellsis is stood on the other side of that smoke. Sacy up top, spraying away with him. With 50 seconds left and 5 players to take down. Well, we said the last round was a bit too big of a task. This one, good luck.
Protect the KD at all costs. Munchkin can't really hope for anything else. Looking for the fight, and TenZ is just being an irritation at this stage, just placing smokes in his face. This is all just a formality. No hope for this one to go wrong for Sentinels. And they will, especially on that raise. It's been fearsome. Lakia, though, ooh, he's actually just looking to deal with utility. He's gone down. Been having a bit of a rough map individually. And the problem is, this is all just the ruse. This is going to start pulling players over and put the pressure onto Meteor.
That's a spot that you have to check on the way out. For Sentinels, you imagine they will. johnqt, look at him. You see him in the X-ray just sneaking past towards the screens. They'll never expect him to be in this corner. And the steps heard on the rotation back. Oh, this gap is absolutely massive. No way that Munchkin could expect it. But does he expect someone to be on the side? He could think that's the only player. One guy in screens coming back to check there's no one and running back. This all makes sense. For Texture to be here, though, oh, they'd have to be ever vigilant to see it. And now he's got an opportunity to trade it back further. It's huge from Texture. Completely bamboozling them. 10 seconds left, a nade on the floor, a blast back for the fight, but Zekken still wins it. 5 seconds, they need to plant it now. If they can deny this, it's done on the spot. Karon does well to find one, and there's the follow-up. Problem is, Gen.G can crunch right back. Lakia and Munchkin aren't in heaven, instead out on the ledge. It's a very unusual position. Lakia can flash up from down below, and Munchkin can always have somewhere to fall back to. Oh, no, with his knife out, that's a big mistake. Now they know at least there's another player on site. They might even have heard them in screens, but again, they haven't checked for this extra man. Lakia tucked in the corner. Sentinels, 12 seconds left, and a 1 versus 2. They've bought themselves the space to plant.
Yeah, the one thing for Karon is he doesn't currently have a weapon. And everybody dying around the window means that he might even have to put himself out into the open to give this one up. The reposition as well from Zellsis is sublime.
But now Gen.G have to fall back, surely. They won't keep pushing. They won't keep taking this space. With Texture's gone back, but Meteor's gone forward. He doesn't even have a dash online. This guy's crazy. He's cloud bursting around to try and stay alive. He's still not running away, Tom. He's sticking around for a fight. I did not expect that.
Maybe not expecting that. Paranoia showstopper combo could have eliminated half of Sentinels.
Lakia, 1 nade on Texture. No Paranoia, some smokes. The second just came online for Karon, and one's just being popped down. Here comes the showstopper, though. That's the big gun on the other side. And Sentinels find the opening with it, but there's a response. Gen.G equalize things, catch them on the rotate up through heaven, and drop the spike. 20 seconds left, and the nade buys even more time. The rotation now from Texture as he realizes they're going to want to hightail it, move to the other side, but look, he's already here. He's ahead of them with 10 seconds left. There's no time for delay. They need this fight. They need to win it. And they have just about 5 seconds. 4 as he reaches the side. It's too late. They've bought enough time. The spike plant doesn't come in. Away straight into Karon's waiting arms. If he wins this at first already, that's another nail in Sentinel's coffin, and he's back. He's just creating some space and not getting out alive. In fact, sticking around for another fight, but TenZ doubles up.
That's a big double kill. They've still got to deal with Munchkin, though. Might not be expecting a third player within this site. Poison orb up. He's going to be able to isolate the spike. Already dropped to the ground. Good trade, though, from johnqt again. Bringing things back into an even scenario. The clock not so low this time, but Lakia already making a switch up. He's going to play into the orb. Has a flash ready to go straight out of it. It is being watched, though, but he drops one. He gets game.
Round 18 could be the last with an early fight up top. It's done a little bit of damage, but not too much. Sentinels not deterred from their aggression. Another player on site now. 4 players from Gen.G here ready to fight. Meteor the first to take it, and he won't stop. 3 kills already. It's left it all to Sacy, and it's done just like...
Properly have to fight from a deficit since the opener, and Gen.G are just going straight in with such an aggressive start. Sacy is dead within a matter of seconds.
So you got to cross the B site. Gen.G 3 push C, 2 push B, retake A, but hold on. Sentinels try to take the fight through them to wrap all the way behind, and now end up coming back as a death ball, eliminating Texture, but the trade stayed good. Gen.G in a 4 versus 3, grouped up in 2-man squads. It's a good spot to play from. Meteor tagged, Karon not too healthy either, and the head popped up. It's whack-a-mole for Meteor with both down and only 10 standing. This pistol looks to slip out of Sentinel's hands, and just like that.
Definitely a risk, a gamble. But we know they can pull it off. A little bit of a Bucky play to kick off the round. Munchkin with a nasty surprise. We've already seen this in the first map. An early back and forth. We know that Sentinels can do it, even with just the pistols. The C's fantastic, even put in onto a snake bite. Lovely combinations from Sentinels.
I believe they even, before Zellsis went down, he threw in a nano, so you just had so much damage being issued on that spot and no escape. The 1-0 challenged. And for Gen.G, getting back through won't be easy. They've already expended all their big utility. Sentinels have the numbers, and with these weapons close range.
It's gorgeous.
They have a lot of potential, more so when they can see you through the walls. A great reveal from Sacy to get himself the kill. Karon down extremely low as he emerges from that smoke. It's easy pickings with Texture.
Going to put serious pressure onto Meteor. He is now the only player. This fake from Sentinels is sublime, even using the Nightfall. And Meteor's even starting to rotate away. They have fallen for the bait completely.
Oh, they've seen him. There was no way out. Zekken's caught. And now there's no way to stop this spike from being planted on the side of Gen.G. They have to play for the retake. Spams are coming close. But Munchkin's dodging the bullets for now. An angle for Karon as he sees the corner, but TenZ will make it out of there just about. The Shrouded Step buys him the space, and he's hightailing it to play the post plant. 6 HP on Zellsis, 22 on TenZ, and Zekken and johnqt are not too healthy, but they have to go for a save on Gen.G because of all those players still standing.
Just reclaiming that space late.
The course of a round. A lot of early pressure from Gen.G around A. It's not in what they've thrown out, it's what they're preparing to throw. 4 players towards the angle. The first drop, the snake bite deep, but a little late. Lakia, good for 1. The damage done, it's still recoverable, but that makes it a little harder. With Munchkin down, they know Karon around this angle. There's not too much that we can rely on Gen.G to finish off the kills that have already halfway started. Odin retrieve for Karon, but he's going to find it hard to even find an angle to use this one.
It might just come down to a save. The fact is they're almost having to gamble on where their opponents are going, but the fact is Sen are happy to just play patient. A second round again where they're using Sacy as this luck.
What?
Meteor, though, he's just executed him. And Karon's managed to get a kill as well.
He peeked stairs, and now he's up top suppressing fire. The guy's got 42 HP. He swung out wide. Paranoia hadn't quite landed just yet, and that's a little disappointing. Could have been close with Meteor now having to clutch it out, and the problem is he doesn't know where these players are. They could have snuck away to anywhere. It could cost him a lot of time on the way back through, but it seems he's relatively confident that they'll play towards the site, inside that pit. In fact, the lockdown is going to be used here and now. They have to open the door to run away or emerge from that ult, and the timing. Oh, it was so close to seeing Meteor fall. He catches johnqt on the other side of the wall. Zellsis is standing and now spotted and taken down. A sensational clutch for Meteor.
They're putting in utility, but it's being destroyed. Almost just baiting the fact that there's someone here, but he's so clean with it. Use some util to try and destroy their opponent's utility and bait out that they might be going in this direction. But the fact is Munchkin has sat around. There's still a showstopper available here for Texture. He might be able to deny them, but he goes through, takes a risk and is caught by Zellsis. Karon still in position. 15 seconds left. It's getting late on the clock. The timer ticking. He's waiting for someone to go for the plant. They've done it right in front of him. Knuckle hit him. And because of that, he's able to drop 2. Surely it's too far gone. Karon takes this round into his own hands. And Sentinels, they've been flabbergasted. At least got close. One of them taken by Meteor now, but they're not stopping. Great start to the round. Zekken on these entries in C has been unstoppable. The showstopper in his hands, and he's just not stopping. The youngster's had enough. He's in the conversation for best player in the world right now, and you've just witnessed why.
Well, that connection's got to leave it to us.
You have to look at someone like Sacy.
Do you take the risk? Because if he goes down here and they close the distance, there's no way out. For Meteor, he's going to take that way out here and now.
He got dinked.
Oh, 10 HP. It's dangerous. The nade from Texture might delay them slightly, and he has a showstopper to work with. He's sticking around. That nade actually landed perfectly, and now the showstopper comes through. It doesn't find the kill, though. A battle in the air, and Zekken takes it. The site now under threat with Karon responding. Meteor's big gun shows up, and he's got the little one out as well. The one from the bundle. He'll be able to use it with 10 HP inside that smoke. He just backs off. Posts up with the operator again. The snake bite's coming for him. He's got to back off, and he does. A 3rd kill. On a sliver of health, the snake bite will eventually drop him. But johnqt's got 2 more opponents to take down. One on the way with an ult in the back pocket. I don't know if they'll use it. There's 12 seconds left. This is where we want to see him stick that plant. Oh, but there's no chance. In fact, the smoke is for stairs. Texture's still good on the angle, but he doesn't find the shot. He's going back for more. He's sticking around, and he's caught his shot. Zellsis down. Blast packing away, being chased by the boom bot, but he's able to post once more, and the door control remains in the hands of Gen.G. There's no threat from his left-hand side. This man only has one direction to look at, and Sentinels realize there's no way through. There's no space for them to capitalize on. Instead, they'll break the door. At least that's the idea. But Meteor's waiting for that too. Oh, no, in fact, that was Lakia breaking the door.
Yeah, I think he's almost trying to give his teammate an opportunity to make a play through the door.
30 seconds left.
Still, Sentinels sit, waiting for someone to make an error, someone to make a mistake. They've still got utility. The Nightfall previously used by Lakia delayed them a massive amount. And it looks like they might just have to get away scot-free.
So far, Sentinels have to be challenged by Texture's aggression once more, but this time they're ready.
And johnqt, because of the fact that Sacy has his ult again, not going to be used to fake it as he instantly catches both players. Karon, though, has already made it into the corner. They've got to be careful of this. He's done this before. We saw this yesterday. Wins the first duel, but the trade is immediate.
30 seconds left.
He was hoping for a little bit more in the crossfire, but Meteor doesn't land the first, and now caught by some utility. He's brave.
Spike planted.
Sticking around on that angle to look for a fight. His teammate's miles away. If he goes down, the save call might be made. No, but he doesn't go down. In fact, he sends them skyrocketing into this round with Sacy alone. Lakia, you know, he wants to just contain him, make sure he can't cross out to main. And now he might have. Maybe in the back of his line. They're split on the angle, and Sacy isolates one to second.
The same spot again, confident that he'll hit the shot. Obviously, his teams have also sort of stacked it up over on the C side. Utility being broken, still a chance, but just look, 2 players already. The Meteor goes through. He spots the majority. They're not, oh, just about. I thought that he might have flicked away. Karon's still here though, but he'll be traded out and back again, leaving it all onto Zekken. 25 seconds left, trying to fake out the plant, but Lakia not wanting to overextend. They've pinged exactly where he is, and Zekken's gonna go hunting, gonna try and take this man down and do exactly that. He's also got a flank coming in from Texture, but already he'll make the realization that this is going to be a push towards the B site. He's actually going to go running in. That's the thing. Texture instantly puts the nade. He has to try and stick this. May even go down to it, just 25 HP. But Zekken's still standing, still holding on. Texture just sticking it though. Already gets it to half and looks to try and bait him in. He's got so much time to play with that he has to go!
Emerging from a smoke, 4 shots. 3 kills.
What?
Got 1 through the smoke already with TenZ dropped. And Sentinels, in this last round on their attack side, find themselves in a disadvantage due to a scrappy early A fight. Oh no.
Oh, the timing is perfect. Toxin's down. It's a good trade for johnqt. We'll get him his ult online. You can see though, Meteor is already set up. The Viper's Pit is great, but it's not going to be that impactful if your opponent has a lockdown.
Especially on this side, Tom, you can very easily box them in, and the only way out is it's a long run. Probably not getting back in. There it is. Ultimate ready. You hear the voice line called. johnqt probably wants to use this a little closer so they have an escape. And in fact, very aggressively used. Immediately look at Gen.G's adaptation. They come pushing in towards the spawn angle, but that's where Sacy's waiting, and the orb's obscuring him for just a moment. It's a beautiful angle. He can even get out of here, but they drop it to take a fight together, destroy the lockdown as well. Clinical play from Sentinels, leaving Karon to do it all, and he doesn't.
He's going to give it away. There's a couple of players here. Zekken does have his nade available if he wants to try and deny them. Instead, he's just going to spam, and he's taken out Lakia.
Sneaking into that corner as well. It's a beautiful crossfire if they do emerge onto the site. Deep smoke stopping for any C aggression. Turret watching the push up on the other side. 2 players on C as well. Sentinels have no worries on that side of the map, or B. But A, on the other hand, has come under threat. They've lost Rubble control. They've seen players here, and they're making a quick reaction with a 3-man rotate onto that actual site.
So well placed for this push. TenZ smokes has made it awkward again. Already though, Munchkin's able to trade one back. The paranoia's missed, and Sacy's going to try and capitalize off it. But Munchkin lands another shot. Even gets a fight onto TenZ, who's low. Somehow they're turning this. They've got to get that spike down. Snakebite into position, but it's not going to deny. Karon just holding, at least for the moment. But Zellsis, again, is going to be able to bring this back. Both players low, but Munchkin just isn't missing a beat.
Especially with the economy kind of low for the attacking side. Texture, there's one already. Now just one from the showstopper with one of the stranger angles you'll see held with an Odin. It's just a fallback, so he's covering C and B with his utility, and a wild shot through the
swarms. With 20 seconds left, Sure, it's probably going to end up in a retake, but there is a chance that this might be stopped by Zellsis.
Well, there's the nano activated that's on site already. One thrown through to delay even further. 10 seconds. Time to get that plant through. It's got to be safe in the corner. Got to wait a little longer after the nano runs the clock down, and that is a very tight plant. I think he's just about got it, but no spray coming through on the other side. That was 0.1 or 0.2 of a second by my read, but just about close enough to allow it to come through. But with texture down, the numbers thin even further on the attacking side. Now the defenders, I suppose, of this site. One found by Lakia. Meteor needs some impact with this, and he'll find it. Another kill, but he's 4 HP. 1 against 2, the nade, hunting him down. Again from Sentinels, a lot of utility, and most importantly, 4 players here. Paranoia used, zekken gets caught by the other sides though, so he's not able to get a clean shot off on the showstopper. It's interrupted, and Sentinels start to fall back, concede some of this space. It's a good battle by Gen.G, and they thought they had a lot to work with Meteor sneaking through to B, but he's being caught.
Yeah, it's now back into that awkward scenario. They had so much space, but also that takes off all of that extra killjoy utility, so they can't really afford to dilly-dally anymore. They're going to have to make their move again, walking into the Lion's Den. Zellsis with his utility, but also with his Odin at the back. Hasn't been revealed. He's sat patiently waiting with his gun in hand, and he's going to win the fight again. Oh, even look at the spam through. He's done a lot of damage to Karon, but he's just buying time for the rotation. Oh! You don't really see plays like this every single day. Sat at the back with the Odin in hand, and he's just going to go to as they take control of Mound.
That util in response. Good paranoia, but too late. The player's already able to see and take down. TenZ on the other side of this smoke has johnqt covering the cross, but Karon's already gotten up close. A shrouded step that wasn't expected, and now the Nightfall gone all the way through. johnqt, 13 HP, but he fades into the corner, and now he'll be able to get his health back online. Even notices the Nano Swarm chasing him down. Snakebite now landed right on him, and he's jumping forward.
Oh my
caught
God.
by another piece of utility. This time the alarm bot, Sacy, almost had it, but he's caught. Zellsis in on the Odin, picking up one, and he's got his lockdown in prime position. Another swing, and a player spotted. Only one to root out of that Viper's pit. And Munchkin's already given up the angle, essentially. They're running for the hills. As Zellsis steps forward, he'll catch Lakia, setting them up to close this out. He's waiting for his alarm bot to get contact. Now the door's open, he needs to run. He knows players are about to flood that part of the map, or that they might be. In fact, Gen.G have changed their idea. The direction now brings them towards B. Smoke up, and a good kill as TenZ is caught out of position. Nightfall through, and that is going to slow them way down. Keep the information in their hands, allow Zellsis to go in spraying, and zekken does much the same. This one's done.
Already they're getting the early read. The spam almost gets the opener.
Oh, it's going to. Because after you spam that, you spam this wall, and Karon's right there. The bullets get very close, but not close enough. Zellsis is now back on the site, reloading as pressure's applied. The door is open, but all the while texture is creeping his way towards the stairs. 2 players spotted, one up close, and even suspecting one near the switch. Zellsis has a lot of information. Oh, and even the kill on Lakia. The blind fire pays off. Karon's in danger too. He was getting sprayed at. All the while, they're just hoping that on the side of Gen.G, somebody on Sentinels will make a mistake.
Look at where zekken is.
Still waiting.
He's pushed all the way up, so he knows that they're not going back in this direction. I like this, though. The adaptation that maybe Sentinels aren't expecting. Never mind. Sacy makes the play, but gets caught out. Even still, though, Meteor's found another. Somehow this round has become competitive. 30 seconds left on the clock. They still have themselves a lockdown available. The spam might actually just about get rid of it. It's still online, at least for now, surviving an extra second, and they haven't been able to put the pressure on. TenZ has got another. johnqt with one more. Leaves it all on to Karon. He's on 1 HP. And 3 side, so we don't know what they've got on the defense. We'll have to wait and see. zekken, though, already looking to take that initial space. Again, the utility from the initiators is sublime. Sets him up wonderfully. That shock dart has done so much damage. Zekken's almost dead as well. I don't think he's got anything else to throw at them, but they are slowly making their move forward.
Here comes a recon, just came back online from Lakia, was used at the start of the round, now buys a little bit of space. Zekken down, and Texture emerging from the smoke gets caught. They know there's a player in the corner, and they'll look to isolate that fight up close. Munchkin does well to find another. The advantage stacked against Zellsis, but the spike is down, and he knows it's not being diffused. Sometime bought, but 15 HP. One more bullet's all that's needed, and it should be only... have got shields on everybody, the full 150. Those pistols, weaker weapon spams, could be able to take him down already. Texture's able to pick up johnqt. Lakia on another Karon. Munchkin, everyone's got their bite of the pie. It's just Sacy left alone. I mean, this is not a round that I expected Gen.G to win, but to dominate? There's barely been any damage done, Tom.
No, and they're already looking at their flank. They know that there's a very good chance, especially now that they're starting to clear out the positions behind, that he will be somewhere towards their spawn, already pings on the map. It might even just be a scenario.
You know, the funny thing is, the Viper Wall can be so useful. Viper Wall wasn't there. Viper Orb, same thing, not there. It's just straight up fights. Players spamming through the smoke, putting them low.
Redemption arc to even get this far. Texture about to come under pressure, but he's not shying away at all. Maybe he should have done. Zekken's removed him and taken the operator.
A reveal there would have been huge. The spam through the wall after, but nothing to be found. It's a swing out from Zekken, confirms another kill, and TenZ answers up. Finally, it looks like Gen.G have been left in the dust here on the defense, and with Munchkin falling, that's confirmed. Karon, 1v4, the first is his. Pulled back a star, but, well, that's going to be quite a while before that's up and online. Trying to bait out the op, but he won't hit the shot. Snakebite up and over. If he's anywhere nearby, it'll take him down, but playing ahead of it.
Straight back in for this play in towards the A site. And again, no fear out from Texture. This time he will catch it, but it's a player that can be brought back. It's going very differently this time around, though. They're being destroyed.
Or go somewhere else, rotate to A if the pressure's there. His gate crashes on site, decoy used. They might even think that's the real one. They do. Flashed on Zekken, he slowed down and peeked out from the side. Munchkin wrapping to get a nice angle, and he's found another, and they still haven't found Meteor. He's spraying away, catching the jump up and dropping the spike. These players have to come out of the pit. They're getting a reveal. Meteor staying alive for now, and he's up close to the pit, knowing that they have to emerge from it to pick the spike, but they already have. johnqt's around the backside, and he's coming right back into the safety of the pit to try to get the plant down. A flash inside, but it's all a decoy to push them towards him as Meteor moves around the other side. This is beautiful play. They're not even looking as he goes back in. And now the plant, sure, it's going to be found, but blinded up. He is stuck in a corner, John. He's crazy. He's absolutely crazy. They baited him in. They thought they baited him in. He bites, but he takes it with him. Zekken down, and he's sticking around. Texture's not going anywhere. Eventually, he has to fall back. The flash is good. Was that a leg or a spam from someone else? Indeed, it was a spam from someone else. Lakia, who's now down on the floor. The ult used by Meteor. One spotted, two spotted, and two taken down just like that. They saw the final player. They know exactly where. Maybe some Halls congestion off rip. Lakia's given up the space. He was going to drone it, instead close the door, shot dart close, and the follow-up. That is gorgeous. But Sacy does manage to trade with the ultimate, and look who's gone running through! Karon uses their own util as a smoke, walks up and surprises everyone. And the spike is on the floor again. Not just Karon anymore. Meteor's holding it. He's still got his flashes. Cosmic Divide, insult to injury. Sentinels are locked out as more rotations are coming through. Munchkin not even looking at the... He's not trying to hold anything other than Halls. They know that they can't go back because of Texture on mid, and there's two players watching for that walkout. Sentinels need a miracle to get away with this.
They also lined that up so that he can peek in front of it. It's a dual access ult. Trying to make their way out. The pop flash is perfect. Always another layer. A disgusting position that's not going to be checked. Even sticks around to fight. Maybe goes a little bit too far with that one. Not able to escape. And because of that, it's just going to be the 1-for-1 trade.
Well, the man advantage might not sit with any team, but TenZ has been tagged pretty low. That will stand to them in future fights. Not if it's Texture taking it with an operator. But he also has that Blade Storm. Of course, with TenZ online, that knife should be coming through fairly soon. It's just back online, and there it is. It's not caught them, though. Texture's still happy, dash online in back pocket, but Sentinels are on the wraparound, moving in for mid control, moving back through mid, in fact, hoping the rotations have come through. There's an aggressive push from Lakia, so he'll be inside of main for this retake, not able to get past the trap wire. And on the site, there's only one man. All alone is Karon. Off the smoke to give himself a safe haven to play from. And they're trying to root him out. They suspect that he's in this position.
Oh, okay.
And Zellsis has got him on the running spray.
It's whether they expect anybody to be in A main, though. Lakia might be the snake in the grass. It does seem like they're watching that position now. Enough time has gone through. Has to be an instant win on this battle. Otherwise, it's definitely going to become problematic in terms of the time. The thing is, though, in terms of finances, Gen.G can definitely afford to throw some players into the win. Munchkin looking to lead the charge. The time, though, is ticking. Texture has already found one, but surely this round has to be going the way of Sentinels at this point. But it's more so, how many players do they come out with?
A site, good wall to cross in mid, drone clearing it out, and the pressure on. Lakia's close to the wall. Meteor's already rotated through, albeit he's only got, well, 0 HP now, never mind, not 40. But there's also Karon on the site, and they've managed to chop and change some of these fights. He's in a little bit of trouble there, but it looks like it's going to be fine with Sentinels crossing the site, grabbing the plants, presumably for free. Tag is received. Hunter's Fury is popped. Push up by Sacy. And the headshot angle, won by Texture with 2 kills.
Approach straight in towards this B site for Sen. Desperately looking for a third round.
Nice shot by Texture. That's 4 in a row on that off. He's making a highlight reel of his own, and still to be dealt with. All 3 players spotted. The info there, Bladestorm in the back pocket, sprays are in, forcing them into this angle. The shot didn't actually land. The Bladestorm only doing marginal damage. Eventually, TenZ falls, unable to be rezzed back anymore, but Sacy and johnqt keep it competitive, keep it in Sentinel's favor now. And they know exactly where Munchkin is. Snakebite towards the back. It might force them into Texture, but they go the other way. That they did. Got to witness history already with Sentinel's challenge. Heavily.
When they take the re-aggression, could be caught. Karon waiting, watching, not going to be checked. Looks for the second, but Sacy will take him down. Even still, though, it's bought enough for the rest of the team to make their way in towards that A site. Sacy hoping maybe he could hit something with a miracle shot or a shock dart, but instead, they're aggressive to try and take him down. Left on just 40 HP.
He has done damage to the other side, though. 68 and 40. Obviously, Meteor tagged up in the earlier fight. Munchkin now in danger. One of the few full HP players goes back, opens the door, and is going to try to bail. Snakebite chasing him down, but he's out. And he'll close that door right in his opponent's face. That buys a little bit of extra time as he turns around to the bridge, ready for the fight. That can realistically have, once these players round the corner, it's classics waiting for them. Decoy leading the charge, spotted by Sacy. He's ready for this, and there's the finish on the earlier shot out of the Marshall. Damage done to Meteor. He's actually going to use his ulti already, thanks to a fantastic performance in early rounds. He's already diving in. Oh, close, but that's a mistake. A mistake that Zellsis punishes and leaves johnqt in a spot where he could get this done.
Just yet. They're trying to find a pocket, get a little bit aggressive. They've got the better buy here, but already not the greatest of starts. Sacy does trade, but he takes damage. And Zekken's aggressive position should be revealed. He's going to try and play ahead of it, see if anybody gives him a fight, but they don't.
Oh, and there was cover as well, just in case the wide swings came through. That was through the wall. That was blind fire.
Where is it going?
Zekken, and Texture's got another up top, aggressive, still with a dash to play with. And Zellsis and johnqt backed into a corner. All their credits on the line. This defensive side has a decision to make. Carrying 2 weapons forward wouldn't be that useful, and it won't be possible.
Escape.
No. Don't be
unless he goes. We've seen comebacks.
Look at this.
What was it? It was the side of Fnatic managing it versus Loud. This is absurd, but this just shows the confidence that Zekken's going to try and get aggressive, but this time it's a B execute. They're looking to end this quickly. Straight into the site they go. Sacy has at least kicked it off with an opener. The spike dropped for a second, and Meteor desperately low.
But that doesn't deter him. He is still going aggressive and swinging into heavy traffic. Only the one to be found. But with TenZ on 5 HP, those pieces can be picked up by someone else. Texture, Munchkin, and Karon. History on the line, but still plenty of opportunities. The pressure won't be felt just yet. Snakebite up and over from Sentinels. They look to push some players on backside out of position. Here comes the util from Sacy. The swing from Karon is good to start. Another for Texture, and there's only 2 on Sentinels left. Sacy does well, but they need to get on this spike, force these players out into an open fight, and it's Sacy to look to punish. johnqt gets it half, but they're both extremely low. The time is running out, and now it's gone!